Yo, what's up guys? It's the Elephant, and in this video I am going to be going through my wish listed cars. So before I did have the one with like Black Friday and stuff where I showed my wish list would be with the Black Friday cars, but now I actually have had set up a wish list of all the actual like lower tier cars that I want, which is why it looks like this. Also, you might be wondering, where did all the cash go? Well, yeah, this happened. And so yeah, that was bad Cadillac. I mean, it's a keeper and I like it, but yeah, now I don't really have any cash to ask you guys to subscribe with for a big pack opening. But that's okay, because we still need like 130 more subscribers to get through 1,000 subs. And that means the quicker that you guys subscribe, the faster I gotta get to grinding to get to that 3.25 million cash number. So yeah, if you guys hit that subscribe button, I'm gonna have to be doing a lot of club grinding because I am going to get that 3.25 million. And the more you guys hit the subscribe button, the much quicker the much less excuses I'll have to buy ceramic packs like that and gamble away all my money. But that is not the point of the video. Which is my wish listed car garage. So these are all the cars I have wish listed that I would like. It's 12 commons, 14 uncommons, 25 rares, 26 super rares, and then the 2 ultra rares and 3 epics are just like my 2 most wanted ultra rares and my 3 most wanted epics that are like special, not like they're crazy good or anything, which you'll see right here. I mean, it's the RS2 Avant, the CTSV, the E55, Impreza WRX, and the Z28 SS, which all of which aren't really that great of cars in game, but all of them I would be very happy with if I got. But it is time to now go over the entire garage and what it's all about. Not the garage, the wish listed area. These are all the cars that I would like to get and I would be very happy with getting. So, starting off is the Citroen Traction Avant. This one was just because my friend told me to keep it, and just because it's the oldest car in the game, so he's like, you should keep it. I'm like, sure, it's on the wish list now. Volkswagen Type 2, it has two-tone, and it's the, I guess, best of the Volkswagen vans. So that's why I have it on there. Chrysler Town & Country, it's two-tone, same for the Vauxhall, same for the Chrysler, same for the Renault Espace. Lotus 7 is actually a car I have on here, not just because it's two-tone tagged. It is actually a good common that I would like to have. It would be pretty useful when there's low RQ challenges or low RQ clubs, especially with wet slalom tests. Then it would be a very useful one to have. But most of these lower tier cars are two-tone cars, but there are some that are actually cars that I do want. Fiat 500L is two-tone. This TVR I do want because it doesn't seem to be too bad of a car in clubs. This Smart 4.2 is two-tone, this Smart 4.2 is two-tone, and then this Alfa Romeo Spider is also a great car for clubs that I would like to have. So, really, it's only 3 club cars that I'd like, which is the Alfa, the TVR, and the Lotus. The rest are two-tone, and then just the Citroen Traction. So for common, there aren't really many commons that I'm missing that like I'd like to have that would make like a big impact in my garage. There's only really those 3, and the rest I've gotten. Now on to uncommons, it gets a bit more interesting now compared to commons, because there are still some uncommons I'm missing. Now this Citroen's two-tone, but it actually does not look like a bad car. Has traction control, has ABS, is very light, medium ground clearance, and rather good handling for an RQ20. The 0 to 60 you can get down quite a bit by maxing out. So this car I'm actually interested in getting outside of two-tone. It looks like a car that might not be too bad to have. Smart 4.2 Coupe is just two-tone. This Mercedes-Benz I've always liked. It's just a cool 90s generic Mercedes, and I kind of like generic cars that look like this. So that's why I'd like to keep it. This Lancia Beta actually doesn't look like too bad of a car as well. Pretty lightweight, medium ground clearance, and pretty solid handling. Also standard tires too. Does not look like too bad of a car as well to have. Subaru Sumo is, I'm only missing now when it comes to rares, uncommons, and commons, 2 Subarus, which is the Subaru Sumo and another Subaru you'll see coming up soon. And I had both of them as well, but then I needed to fuse them away in that Lamborghini Triple Crown challenge where I needed to speed max a bunch of cars. So yeah, I have that on here because I need it back. TVR Timars, a car that's two-tone, and also I just like to have this car again because it is not too bad of one. Maxes out at 6.682, which at 323, which is not bad at all, especially for an RQ23. Dodge Regal Lancer is just for two-tone. Chrysler Laser XT looks like a pretty solid club car. I've seen lots of people using it, and I don't think it would be one bad to have as well. Same goes for the Volkswagen Up GTI, and also have it for German club events that are lower Q. The Pontiac Grand Am I've been looking at, and it doesn't look like too bad of one, has really strong handling for being a uncommon. I mean, it's got 78 handling for a standard tire uncommon car, so yeah. Volkswagen Jetta, I am keeping just for, what was it? The German club events. German lower Q club events is what I want this Volkswagen Jetta for. And the Mercedes-Benz E320, and the printer is turned on for some reason. Alright, so we're back, and the Mercedes-Benz E320 is another car that I would just like to have for lower Q German club events, because there was uncommon ×5 German cars ×2, and I realized that I'm lacking a few of them, so that's why the cars I saw useful in that club event, I decided to add to the wish list. Same with the Volkswagen Corrado as well. Subaru Brett is the other Subaru that I'm missing, also had it and then fused it away because I needed urgent fuse. Now into rares, where it gets more into cars that I'd actually like to keep as well on top of it. Ford Taurus SHO, or the Ford Taurus Show. Medium ground clearance, decent stats for an RQ30, and RQ30 cars definitely come into use a lot, especially when they like to throw challenges at us, where they throw a really good epic, not really good epics, really good uncommons. Now your only option is to use a low RQ rare, so the Ford Taurus Show might not be too bad of a car to have. Not the Mercedes. The Vauxhall Atom Rocks S, no interest in having it, but it's two-tone, so that's why it's on here. Renault 1916S is a car that I do have interest in having because I used to have it on my old account, so it's kind of special to me, so I'd like to have it on this account as well and max it out. Lamborghini Drama GTS, it's got two-tone, so that's why it's on here. Chrysler LeBaron GTS Turbo does not actually look like too bad of a car. Seeing it having medium ground clearance, relatively low 0 to 60 for a standard tire car, decently lightweight, and front-wheel drive standard tires, it looks rather good. And then also, this Buick Rieta looks amazing, 77 handling, front-wheel drive standard tires, meh 0 to 60 time, but then you look and it's got medium ground clearance as well. On a car that does not really look like it would have medium ground clearance, but it does, which makes it amazing, and I would really like to have it because it does not look too bad of a car then to have. AMC Eagle Wagon, I just like this car, so it'd be cool to have. And also has Horror Show too, which I guess gives it something. But yeah, I just want the car. Then, we have the Honda Legend, two-tone. That's the only reason it's here. Same for the Suzuki Vitara. Volkswagen Jetta VR6, I like this car a lot. I always end up having it in my garage stock, and then I end up selling it or having to fuse it. So, it's on here for eventually when I inevitably keep it. Opel GT Concept, still haven't pulled one in forever. I'm still looking for one, and it's just here. I need one. Lotus Europa Special isn't too bad of a car, so I have it on this wish list to keep as well for clubs. Cadillac Sedan DeVille, I've had some use in using it in clubs. It has really good 0 to 60, not too bad of handling for front-wheel drive standard tires, and medium ground clearance as well. Ram Dodge First Gen, it always seems like we need them in challenges, so I'd like to have one then for when I'll need it again in a challenge. Chevelle is just for standard tire club drags. Pontiac Grand Am GT is for American lower Q club events because it's got some pretty solid stats for lower Q car. Pontiac Vibe GT, I like this car for some reason, don't really know why, but I do, so I would like to have it in the garage. Plymouth Hemi Cuda is a Plymouth Hemi Cuda, or it is one of the, not that, it is the Plymouth Hemi Cuda, but I was trying to think of what I was saying, and it is one of the new meta dragsters in the game. It's not too bad of a car that people found out, now that's been moved to rare. It used to be super rare and it was trash, now it's actually not too bad of a car to have, so that's why it's on here. Dodge Demon Roadster is basically the American Opel GT concept, and I'm still missing one. Chrysler 200 Convertible is a car that I had in the beginning of the update and when American Frontier dropped, and it wasn't too bad, and then I sold it, so I'd like it back. Volvo V40 T5 is just an amazing car, and so that's why I need one. Volvo 850 T5R is also not too bad of a car, not as good as the V40, but still not too bad as well. Plus, it's got that medium ground clearance and estate niche as well. TVR Time R Turbo is here for two-tone. Chevy Malibu is for low RQ American club events. And same for the LaCrosse CXS. Now, we are moving on to super rares, and this is where we've got some interesting stuff, some cars I just like, and a lot of two-tone still. Like the Suzuki SX4 S-Cross, and the Ford Torino Talladega. Two cars I'd usually never think of keeping, but they're on here because of two-tone. Peugeot 208 R2 is actually a car that I probably should keep. I did used to have it maxed, and then I sold it a long time ago. So I'd like to have it back because this actually wouldn't be too bad of a car to have for clubs. Especially since it comes to this, since I play clubs so much. Otherwise, my entire wish list would be cars that are higher tier cars like ultra rares, epics, and legendaries. But right now, I'm using my wish list to collect a bunch of club cars that I need. Right once I have all these, then it'll basically become back to ultra rares and epics and then legends that I'd like, basically a copy of my Black Friday wish list, because then I could have cool reactions when I pull in a ceramic pack or something. But now, Lancia D24 Pininfarina looks basically just a club car, low 0 to 60, lower Q Italian car, and also for challenges too. For Scorpio, I just like this car a lot. Same goes for the Cadillac SRX, except they really could have picked a better picture for the Cadillac SRX, because the rear end is not really the best part of the car. It is the front end that looks very nice on this car, at least what I like it for. And this is not too great of a picture, and it has hutch crap as well, so you can't even see the front end of the car. So yeah, it definitely does not look very nice with that picture. Subaru XV is one of the 3 Subaru super rares that I need left to collect. It's the Subaru XV GT is one of them, and we'll see the other ones coming up. Chevy Captiva LTX just seems like a good 4-wheel drive all-surface tires American car with relatively high handling, so that's why it's on here. Maserati Racing is also on here because it seems like a good Italian car to have for super rare, especially for challenges. Chevy Silverado SS, I never really see people keeping it, but it seems like it has rather good stats, especially for rear-wheel drive standard tires. It is heavy, which might be its one downside, and it has low top speed, but otherwise it does not seem too bad at all. And then here are the last 2 Subarus I'm missing, the Forester and the XV Crosstrek, so that's for Subaru Specialization. This Honda CR-V is on here just because I like the picture. This Porsche 911 is just a good Subaru that I don't have. This guy's two-tone. This is the Ford Thunderbird. I just like the Ford Thunderbird. And it also has medium ground clearance and is rear-wheel drive standard tires, which has a bit of a niche on its own, so that one's not too bad. Acura RSX Type S, I found that it is actually a pretty useful one in the Acura event that I was playing, the Acura and Honda event. I still managed to tier 2 in it pretty easily, but this car does not seem like it's too bad seeing people using it. Acura ILX as well is also not too bad of a car. I'm sort of starting to lean towards Acura Specialization as well, just because I have the 2 legendaries and a lot of the better ultra rares and epics too, so I might start keeping some Acuras as well. Peugeot Rally 504 is just good to have these lower Q rally cars, so that's why I'm going to keep it then. Charger RT, I'm pretty sure beats the Mustang on one of the City Streets tracks, the Mustang convertible, so that's why I'd like to have it. Z4 is just to collect some more German cars. E320 has amazing MRA. Chrysler 200S is a good club car for front-wheel drive or standard tire clubs. 328 is a car that has good MRA, so I'll keep it. Z4 S-Drive got a buff, so it's not bad anymore. And the TL Type S is also not too bad of a car as well, maxing out at 4686 at 323. And then here are the other 5 cars, which I told you guys already about. And so yeah, it's a pretty solid wish list. I've gotten quite a bit of the stuff from packs, like one that I'm very happy about getting, which I will max out soon at some point, which is this guy, the Mustang GT. And so yeah, that's basically going to conclude it for this video. Hit that subscribe button so I could stop gambling away my cash and actually save up for 3.25 million. And yeah, so thanks for watching. Goodbye.